Here's the result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He gets a C+. plus. This guy is rather so-so. Not too good, not too bad. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's good at showing up, following the rules, and working hard at what's in front of him, so he will do well in steady jobs where effort and order matter. But when things get tough or require putting himself out there, he might quietly step away rather than push forward. His career will grow, but probably not skyrocket.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When problems come up at work, he tends to feel them deeply and takes setbacks to heart. Instead of bouncing back quickly, he may react with frustration or even lose his temper. It's not easy for him to recover fast or face tough situations head on.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work will likely find him polite and pleasant on the surface, and he usually avoids direct arguments or making scenes. He's not one to start fights, but when he's upset, he might suddenly lose his cool or go quiet and pull away. Most of the time, he keeps things friendly and tries to follow proper manners.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He's not likely to make a fuss or get jealous if you succeed. In fact, he'll quietly keep things polite and may even say he's happy for you. But deep down, he might feel uneasy or pull away, finding it hard to share in your excitement fully.
What if you start earning more than him?
He may not show any open anger or start an argument, but inside, he could feel uneasy and a little insecure if you bring home more money than him. He won't talk much about these feelings and instead might become quieter or keep his distance when the topic comes up. His pride may feel a bit bruised even if he tries hard not to let it show.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's good at planning and likes to keep things orderly, so you'll find he handles money with care. He isn't the type to make wild or risky purchases on a whim. Even when something seems exciting or trendy, he'll think twice before spending.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He usually lives within his means and tries to keep things in order, so pretending to be richer than he is isn't his style. He likes things to look good and may spend some money to keep up a pleasant home or nice appearance, but he won't go overboard or pile up debt just to impress others. You'll see him making sensible choices, sticking to what he can afford, and staying away from unnecessary show off habits.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's polite and tries to keep things smooth, but he's not naturally warm or quick to help just for the sake of it. With money, he may share or give gifts if it's the proper thing to do, but don't expect grand acts of generosity from the heart. He believes in fair dealing, not in giving more than needed.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's likely to be straightforward about everyday money matters and will keep things clear and organized, not sneaky or hiding things. He prefers routine and order, so he won't make things complicated or play power games with money. He wants to avoid trouble, so you'll find him willing to discuss bills and plans without much drama.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes in routines and things being done properly, so he'll expect the home to be neat and tasks to be finished on time. He might quietly stick to the idea that certain chores are your job, especially if that's what he grew up seeing. Still, don't expect him to jump in on his own very often.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's more comfortable keeping things in order and making sure routines are followed, rather than rolling up his sleeves and jumping into chores or diapers without being asked. He may stand nearby, offer advice, or check if things are done right, but often it's more about supervising than truly sharing the load. So be clear about what you need, otherwise, you may end up managing most things yourself.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's not very good at truly stepping into your shoes or trying to understand how you feel. If there's a disagreement, he may get defensive quickly and focus on showing that he followed the right steps or did things properly rather than listening to your point of view. He likes things to be correct and orderly, sometimes more than he likes to build understanding.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can lose his calm quickly and may say things that sting or come out sharper than he means. He doesn't always keep his feelings inside. Sometimes they burst out through angry words or sudden mood changes. Afterward, he's likely to keep quiet and avoid talking about it rather than apologize or explain.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry quickly and can react strongly when things go wrong or aren't done his way. This is definitely something you should take seriously and not brush aside. If his anger makes you uncomfortable, see it as a clear warning, not something to excuse or ignore.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it hard to openly admit when he's wrong or to say sorry first. When a problem comes up, he might go silent or withdraw, hoping the issue will fade rather than taking responsibility straight away. He's not the type to start loud arguments, but he also isn't quick to own up to mistakes.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He values politeness and following proper ways. So, in most situations, he will respect your boundaries and understand that no means no. He won't push openly or insist on his way if you clearly say no, even if he might feel upset or disappointed inside. He prefers to avoid direct conflict, so he's more likely to quietly back off rather than argue.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he may take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Even if he doesn't say it directly, he can feel rejected or hurt and might pull away or become quiet for a while. He has trouble shaking off these feelings quickly and may not talk about what's bothering him.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can generally trust him not to use private moments against you or embarrass you later. He values proper behavior and knows how to keep personal things private. You won't have to worry about him spreading your secrets or trying to shame you to others.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He prefers routines, order, and staying within familiar boundaries, So he's not the type to chase after excitement or new relationships just for fun. While he may enjoy attention and pleasant company, he doesn't act on passing interests.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He isn't likely to be openly jealous or overly controlling, but he can get uneasy if he feels left out or things aren't going his way. He values routines and likes to know where he stands, so sudden changes or surprises might make him feel unsettled. If you sense distance, it's usually his way of dealing with insecurity rather than trying to control you.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
With him, what looks like being protective is usually more about wanting order and routine than true control over you. He doesn't try to run your life or make strict rules, but he does get uncomfortable if things feel out of place or beyond what he can handle. It's about his own comfort, not a need to control.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He'll likely see parenting as a set of tasks and routines to manage and might quietly expect you to handle most of the daily work with the kids. If asked, he may help with certain chores or keeping things organized, but he won't naturally step in as a hands on equal partner. You'll probably find yourself leading when it comes to emotional support, problem solving, and connecting with the children.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids make mistakes or get emotional, he is likely to lose his temper quickly rather than stay calm. He takes routines and rules seriously, so slip ups can frustrate him, sometimes leading to sharp words, raised voice, or even angry silence. While he doesn't mean real harm, his reactions can feel harsh.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He's likely to respect the work you do as a mother and keep things polite, but might struggle to see and support you as your own person with your own dreams and needs. He values routines and order, so he'll expect you to keep things running smoothly at home and with the kids. You might feel seen more for your role than for who you are inside.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might seem supportive of your career at first, but after you have a child, he may expect you to set your job aside for family duties. He values routines and orderly roles, so when life changes, he could quietly pressure you to focus on home, even if he doesn't say it straight out. He will likely avoid open fights about it, but you might feel him pulling away or acting distant if you keep working.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will most likely be polite and well mannered with your parents, but real warmth and emotional closeness may be missing. He knows how to follow social rules and show respect, so he'll greet them properly and behave in a way that looks good from the outside. He's unlikely to start warm conversations or go out of his way for them unless it's expected. He will expect things to stay orderly and comfortable for himself, so you might find that he hopes your family will adjust to his ways rather than the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to react with frustration or retreat into silence than handle it calmly. Small problems can quickly upset him, and instead of talking things through, he might lose his temper or just avoid the situation altogether. If calm problem solving is important to you, this could be a challenge with him.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might be relaxed or modern with you in private, but expect you to play the traditional supportive wife role when his relatives are around. He values keeping things proper and following set routines, especially in front of others, so he may quietly expect you to dress, serve, or behave in ways that match his family's idea of a good daughter in law. While he won't demand it aloud, fitting in and avoiding embarrassment matter a lot to him.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it rather than openly support you or take your side. He doesn't like conflict and tends to withdraw or go quiet when things get uncomfortable, hoping problems will settle themselves. Sometimes he might even quietly agree with his family to keep things smooth for himself.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is likely to quietly lean toward his mother's side rather than fully support you in a conflict. While he may not act openly childish or totally dependent on her, he values family routines and keeping peace at home, so he'll avoid challenging his mother if it might cause trouble. He won't loudly argue with you, but you may notice him going silent, not speaking up for you, or changing the subject if you and his mother disagree.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he might share details of your fights or private matters with his mother or sister, especially if he feels unsure or overwhelmed. This means your personal struggles and even small disagreements might not stay between just the two of you. It's important to know this habit can make it harder to build true closeness as a couple.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all of this analysis, this guy gets a C plus. This guy is so, not too good, not too bad, a bit mediocre. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out will feel steady, orderly, and polite, but sometimes lonely and emotionally distant. He'll keep routines running, make sure things look good, and behave well in public. But deep warmth and open hearted support may often be missing.